Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me again on this journey through history, culture, and numismatic significance. Today, we are diving deep into the rich story behind the 2022 P. Maya Angelou quarter. The very first coin released in the American Women Quarters program by the United States Mint, honoring the life, legacy, and cultural impact of the poet, author, performer, and civil rights activist Maya Angelou. This episode is not just about a coin. It is about a monumental shift in how our nation reflects its history through currency and pays tribute to those whose voices have shaped the soul of America. To understand the profound importance of the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter, we first need to explore who Maya Angelou was, what she stood for, and why her inclusion on a circulating coin represents more than just an artistic choice. Born Marguerite Annie Johnson, on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri, Maya Angelou rose from a traumatic childhood marked by hardship, displacement, and silence, to become one of the most respected and influential voices in American literature and culture. Her autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, published in 1969, broke new ground in the literary world by depicting the Black female experience in a brutally honest and poetic voice. The book received international acclaim and is still widely read today as a seminal work of memoir and autobiography. Throughout her life, Maya Angelou was much more than an author. She was a poet, a dancer, a singer, an actress, a director, and most notably an activist working alongside figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X in the struggle for civil rights. Her poems, including Still I Rise, Phenomenal Woman, and On the Pulse of Morning, the latter of which she recited at President Bill Clinton's 1993 inauguration, became emblems of strength, dignity, and the power of the human spirit. Her voice resonated across generations, echoing the dreams of freedom, justice, and unity in the face of oppression and inequality. Her cultural impact made Maya Angelou a national treasure, and in 2011 she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States, by President Barack Obama. Recognizing her through coinage marks an evolution in the symbolic language of American currency, where for centuries only men, mostly presidents and founding fathers, have been featured. The American Women Quarters program, launched by the United States Mint in 2022, seeks to rectify that imbalance by honoring women from diverse backgrounds who have made significant contributions to American society, and Maya Angelou was chosen as the first in this historic series. The Maya Angelou quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P Mint mark, and was released into circulation in early 2022. The coin features a striking reverse design created by artist Emily Damstra and sculpted by Craig Campbell, which shows Maya Angelou with her arms uplifted in a pose evoking both freedom and lyrical expression. Behind her, a bird in flight and rays of the sun emerge, symbolizing her dynamic poetry and the hope she gave to millions. The image is inspired directly by the imagery in her autobiographical work and her poetic themes, especially the metaphor of the caged bird and the call for liberation and resilience in the face of adversity. Damstra and sculpted by Craig Campbell, which shows Maya Angelou with her arms uplifted in a pose evoking both freedom and lyrical expression. Behind her, a bird in flight and rays of the sun emerge, symbolizing her dynamic poetry and the hope she gave to millions. The image is inspired directly by the imagery in her autobiographical work and her poetic themes, especially the metaphor of the caged bird and the call for liberation and resilience in the face of adversity. The obverse of the coin features a new depiction of George Washington, based on the original 1932 Laura Garden Fraser design that was initially recommended for the Washington quarter, but not used until now. This marks a significant moment in American numismatic history, as it not only honors Maya Angelou, but also resurrects and finally brings to the forefront the work of a talented female sculptor from the early 20th century whose vision was previously sidelined. The pairing of Fraser's Washington with Damstra's Angelo creates a powerful narrative about gender representation in American history and art. Delving into the production of the coin, the Philadelphia Mint utilized modern minting technology to ensure clarity and precision in each strike. The coins are composed of cupro nickel-clad copper and were issued for general circulation. Collector bags, rolls, and sets. The 2022 P. Maya Angelou quarters have already become a favorite among both casual collectors and seasoned numismatists due to their cultural significance, artistic beauty, and place in a groundbreaking series. Collectors have noted the importance of obtaining high-quality specimens, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS and NGC, where mint state or proof versions carry additional value in the market. Beyond the physical characteristics of the coin lies its educational and inspirational value. In classrooms across the country, educators use the coin as a teaching tool to introduce students to Maya Angelou's work and discuss broader topics like civil rights literature and the evolving role of women in American public life. The coin thus serves not only as a medium of exchange, but as a living artifact, a portable tribute to progress, and a daily reminder of the voices that continue to uplift and empower. The coin's release was celebrated in multiple states with local events public. Discussions and media coverage highlighting Maya Angelou's extraordinary life and the symbolism behind her depiction on the quarter, collectors began trading rolls of the coin on auction platforms and forums, while the U.S. Mint reported a surge in demand, reflecting the public's strong interest in coins that carry social and historical meaning. In the broader context, the American Women Quarters program includes other notable figures such as astronaut Sally Ride, Cherokee Nation leader Wilma Mankiller, suffragist Nina Otero Warren, and Chinese-American film star Anna May Wong, making Maya Angelou the trailblazer and standard-bearer for the entire series. Examining the coin's artistic composition, Emily Damstra deliberately chose iconography that reflects Maya Angelou's unique identity and universal appeal. The bird in flight represents the imagery of freedom that so often appeared in Angelou's writing. The rays of light symbolize spiritual awakening creativity and the dawn of a new cultural consciousness. The stylized pose of Angelou herself conveys openness, strength, and a connection to the divine and to the community, each element carefully thought through to resonate with both those familiar with her legacy and those discovering her for the first time. From a broader historical perspective, the Maya Angelou quarter marks an inflection point in the narrative of American coinage. It transitions the national minting tradition from a predominantly masculine and Eurocentric legacy toward one that is more inclusive, reflective, and representative of the true diversity of American achievement. For decades, numismatics has been seen as a technical and niche hobby, yet coins like this one bridge that world with mainstream cultural relevance, turning a pocket-sized object into a platform for storytelling, justice, and remembrance. Looking at its place in the collector's market, early responses suggest that the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter will remain an important item for years to come, not just for its mintage figures, but for its symbolism and cultural weight. As the first issue in a multi-year program, this coin sets the tone and builds a foundation for more inclusive commemorations in the years ahead, and as subsequent quarters are released, Maya Angelou's coin will continue to be viewed as the cornerstone of a new era in American numismatics. As we wrap up this extended dive into the story of the 2022 P. Maya Angelou quarter, it becomes clear that what we hold in our hand is not just metal or legal tender, but a celebration of poetry, perseverance, and progress. This coin immortalizes Maya Angelou's indomitable spirit and inspires us all to rise above limitations, speak our truths, and embrace the beauty of diversity in all its forms. Whether you are a coin collector, a history enthusiast, a student, literature, or someone simply curious about the changing face of American currency, this coin offers a profound and lasting message, and it is my hope that by learning its story, you are encouraged to look deeper into the people, places, and events that shape our world. Thank you for joining me again here on the channel, and if you found value in this exploration, please like, subscribe, and share this video so others can discover the legacy of Maya Angelou and the powerful significance behind the coin that bears her image. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep honoring the stories that matter. The 20th Pence coin has a story that stretches back through the royal traditions of the United Kingdom, a coin whose roots are embedded in the very reforms that shaped modern British currency and economic history. To understand the 2001 version of the 20 pence coin, we must begin with the origins of the denomination itself. The 20 pence coin was first introduced in 1982 as part of the decimalization process that began in 1971, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system that had been in place for centuries. The decision to issue a 20 pence piece came about as the Royal Mint sought to simplify transactions, provide convenience to the public, and improve efficiency in commerce. This coin was not only a practical denomination, but also a striking design innovation, being the first UK coin to be seven-sided, with an equilateral curved heptagon shape, ensuring it could be easily identified both visually and by touch. When the 20 pence was released in 1982, it bore the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machine, the famous effigy that had already appeared on decimal coins since 1968 and 1985. A new effigy by Raphael Maklouf was introduced, bringing a more regal and formal image of the Queen to the coinage. Then in 1998, the design changed again to feature the portrait by Ian Rank Broadley. This version of the Queen's image is the one featured on the 2001 20 pence coin and is known for its realism and mature depiction of Her Majesty, with a tiara and more lifelike facial detail compared to earlier stylized versions. The obverse of the 2001 20 pence coin therefore presents Ian Rank Broadley's fourth coinage portrait of Queen Elizabeth II with the inscription, Elizabeth II de gra reg fid def, meaning Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. This design was used from 1998 until 2015 and was well respected for its artistry and authenticity, reflecting the steady progression of the monarch through time and the importance of maintaining continuity across changing generations of coinage. Turning to the reverse design, we see the iconic crowned Tudor rose, a heraldic emblem deeply connected with the unification of the House of Lancaster and the House of York during the War of the Roses, a significant historical event. In English history, this emblem was designed by William Gardner and has been present on the reverse of the 20 pence coin from its inception in 1982 until it was replaced in 2008 as part of the Royal Mint's redesign of all circulating coins under the artistic vision of Matthew Dent. The crowned Tudor rose is a symbol not only of royalty and national unity, but also of British heritage and resilience. Its placement on the 20 pence coin speaks to the enduring identity of the United Kingdom and the continuity of its cultural legacy over the centuries. The reverse also includes the words 20 pence, and the year 2001 clearly marked beneath the design a year that came at the dawn of the 21st century, carrying with it hopes, fears, and expectations for a new era. The year 2001 itself was a pivotal moment in global history, occurring just before major geopolitical events. Adds depth to its story. In that year, over 117 million examples were struck, making it a common coin in terms of numbers. Yet even among common coins, there are varieties, condition grades, and striking details that elevate certain examples into the realm of collectibles among coin collectors. There is a strong appreciation for finding pristine examples, those with full luster uncirculated grade or even rare mint errors that might have occurred during production, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet issues. In terms of composition, The 2001 20 pence coin is made from cupro-nickel, an alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable material chosen for its resistance to corrosion and its longevity in circulation, with a weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.7 millimeters. This coin is a compact, yet robust piece of numismatic engineering. The seven-sided shape not only aids in tactile recognition, but also has mathematical significance, ensuring that the coin rolls evenly and is accepted properly by vending machines and automated systems. As we explore the production process of the 2001 20 pence coin, we gain insight into the precision and complexity of the Royal Mint's operations located in Llantrisant, South Wales. The Royal Mint is Llantrisant, South Wales. The Royal Mint is one of the oldest and most respected minting institutions in the world. It combines centuries of tradition with cutting-edge technology to produce billions of coins annually. The blanks for the 20 pence coin are punched from large metal sheets, then annealed, cleaned, and struck under high pressure with dies engraved with the obverse and reverse designs, ensuring clarity and consistency across millions of units. Each die must be maintained and replaced periodically to avoid deterioration in strike quality, a task undertaken with meticulous attention to detail and craftsmanship. The Royal Mint employs a rigorous quality control process where random samples are tested, weighed, and inspected under magnification to detect any flaws or deviations from standards. Those coins that pass the tests are bagged, sorted, and shipped to banks and businesses across the UK, entering circulation where they begin their journey through the hands of millions. Over the years, the 20 pence coin has seen its share of media attention. One of the most famous episodes came in 2008 when a batch of dateless 20 pence coins was accidentally released into circulation due to a mismatch of obverse and reverse dies during the change to a new design. This created an instant collector frenzy with examples selling for hundreds of pounds. This highlights how even a small design oversight can have large consequences in the world of numismatics, making collectors more alert to varieties and minting errors across all denominations, including the 2001 issue. Collectors today examine 2001 20 pence coins for signs of high-grade preservation, seeking coins in mint state with minimal contact marks, strong detail, and original luster. Third-party grading. Companies like NGC and PCGS provide certification and encapsulation services, giving coins an official grade and enhancing their appeal to serious buyers and auction houses. Some collectors focus on assembling year sets, while others look for full-date runs or examples with specific design features or strike characteristics. The 2001 20 pence coin is also part of wider discussions about coin collecting trends, including the shift towards digital payments and the resulting decline in cash usage. This has prompted concerns about the future of circulating coinage and its relevance in a modern economy. Yet for collectors, historians, and enthusiasts, these coins remain vital cultural artifacts, tangible links to the daily lives of people past and present, symbols of national identity and continuity in a rapidly changing world. As we continue this journey through the 2001 20 pence coin, we will delve into comparisons with other years, examine international perspectives, discuss auction results, and speak with expert numismatists to understand what makes this coin special, not just as a piece of metal, but as a chapter in the living history of the United Kingdom, its monarchs, its people, and its currency. Stay tuned as we go deeper into the story of this humble yet remarkable coin from Stay tuned as we go deeper into the story of this humble yet remarkable coin from its origins to its legacy in the world of coin collecting and beyond. Roosevelt Dime, 1977. Where today we embark on a comprehensive deep dive into the rich numismatic history of the 1977 Roosevelt Dime, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but carries decades of historical significance, national symbolism, economic transitions, and evolving minting technologies that shaped not just American currency, but a cultural legacy surrounding coinage in the United States of America from its earliest conception to the mid-1970s and beyond. Our journey begins in the early 20th century, a time when the United States was moving through dramatic economic and social changes. The Great Depression had already left its mark, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt emerged as a figure of hope, leading the country through the turmoil of economic collapse and then into the fires of World War II. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd president of the United States, left an indelible impact on the nation through the New Deal program's Social Security, the fight against polio, and his unprecedented four-term presidency, making him not only a political titan, but also a beloved symbol of American resilience and determination. It was following his death in 1945 that a national consensus grew around memorializing him in a permanent way. And what better way to honor his legacy than to embed his image into one of the most widely circulated and universally recognized coins in American pockets and wallets. Thus, in 1946, just 1 year after his death, the United States Mint introduced the Roosevelt Dime, replacing the winged Liberty Head dime, commonly known as the Mercury dime, which had been in circulation since 1916. The Roosevelt Dime was not only a tribute to the late president, but also a symbol of the March of Dimes campaign, which Roosevelt had supported in the fight against polio, a disease he himself battled for much of his adult life. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time, and the obverse bore Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, while the reverse featured a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. Over the next 3 decades, the Roosevelt Dime remained largely unchanged in design, but underwent significant shifts in its metal composition and minting techniques. Originally minted in 90% silver and 10% copper from 1946 to 1964, the coin experienced a pivotal change with the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from circulating dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and replaced it with a clad composition of copper and nickel due to the rising cost of silver and widespread coin hoarding. This act marked the beginning of the modern clad coin era and set the stage for the production of dimes, like the 1977 Roosevelt Dime. Now, arriving at the year 1977, we find ourselves in a complex economic environment shaped by the aftermath of the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and a stagnating economy marked by inflation and unemployment. Coin production during this era was both a necessity of circulation and a statement of stability and continuity in a nation searching for confidence and national pride. The Roosevelt Dime continued to be minted in vast numbers, with the Philadelphia and Denver mints leading the charge, while the San Francisco Mint focused primarily on proof coins for collectors. The 1977 Roosevelt Dime was struck in both business and proof versions, featuring the standard clad composition of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, resulting in a total weight of 2.27 grams and a diameter of 17.91 millimeters with a reeded edge and a standard thickness of 1.35 millimeters. Millions of these coins were produced that year, specifically over 375 million at the Philadelphia Mint, marked by the absence of a mint mark over 312 million at the Denver Mint, bearing the D Mint mark, and just under 4 million proof coins were struck at the San Francisco Mint with the S Mint mark. These figures demonstrate the magnitude of circulation and the importance of the dime in everyday transactions, and yet beyond their transactional value. These coins offer a glimpse into the metallurgical consistency, the production challenges, and the evolving quality control systems employed by the United States Mint during a time when inflation and coin shortages demanded both efficiency and precision. The 1977 Roosevelt Dime is also a coin of interest for collectors due to the potential for minor die varieties, mint errors, and condition-based rarities. Though no major design changes occurred that year, Collectors often seek examples with strong strikes, full torch details on the reverse known as full bands, and pristine surfaces free from contact marks and discoloration. High-grade examples certified by third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command significant premiums, particularly in MS67 and above condition levels. The full bands designation is especially prized as it indicates a well-struck coin showing complete horizontal lines across the torch. On the reverse, a sign of excellence in die quality and striking pressure, which was not always consistent in high-speed mass production environments of the 1970s. Beyond the surface of each coin lies a deeper story of economic transitions, the gradual disappearance of silver in coinage, the rise of coin collecting as a mainstream hobby, and the increasingly complex relationship between citizens and their currency. The Roosevelt Dime in 1977 sat at the intersection of heritage and functionality. It represented both a tribute to a president who reshaped the 20th century and a practical tool for commerce in an America shifting from industrial to post-industrial society. It traveled across states, across hands, through pockets and cash registers, vending machines and payphones, making it not just a piece of metal, but a participant in countless stories across the country. As we examine the minting process of the 1977 Roosevelt Dime, we must delve into the machinery, the dies, the blanks, and the striking systems used during the era. At this point, the Mint had adopted automated presses and refined its processes to optimize for volume and speed using high-tonnage presses capable of striking hundreds of coins per minute. The dies themselves were engraved with precision, though they wore down quickly and needed frequent replacement. And it is these wear and tear moments that sometimes result in collectible errors such as die cracks, doubled dies, or off-center strikes, which are now sought after by collectors for their uniqueness and accidental artistry. Numismatic communities have extensively cataloged and analyzed the Roosevelt dimes of the 1970s, including the 1977 issues documenting known varieties, identifying scarce high-grade examples, and tracing mint packaging trends for proof sets issued that year. It is through these passionate communities of collectors, historians, and researchers that the 1977 Roosevelt Dime continues to live on, not as a mere relic, but as a point of connection between past and present, between currency and history, between the everyday and the extraordinary. Throughout this video, we will continue exploring examples of high-grade 1977 dimes visual diagnostics for identifying full bands and understanding what makes a specimen stand out in the world of professional grading and numismatic appreciation. We will look at close-up comparisons under magnification, analyze real-time auction data, and explore registry sets that showcase the most elite known examples of the coin. We will also take a virtual walk through the economic events and cultural mood of 1977 to better understand the context in which these coins circulated, what they bought, where they traveled, and how they reflected the silent yet vital role of coins in everyday American life. In closing our introduction, remember that the Roosevelt Dime is more than just a small denomination coin. It is a miniature canvas of history, artistry, politics, and economic reality. And the 1977 issue is a snapshot of a moment in American history when the past and future of money collided on the thin, round face of a dime. So stay tuned as we continue our in-depth exploration of this iconic coin, its history, its variants, its legacy, and its place in the hearts of collectors and historians alike, only here on Roosevelt Dime 1977.